Vegeta hates how he finally surpassed Goku in Dragon Ball Super? What? Oh, screen rant. Okay, that makes sense. Let's go ahead and jump in.
Here we go again.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
Originally, I was going to make a TikTok for this article and kind of just give my thoughts, but after reading it, I realized that there is way too much information here to unpack for a few minute TikTok. So let's go ahead and jump in to this article. Vegeta hates how he finally surpassed Goku in Dragon Ball Super, and see exactly what the hell Screen Rant is talking about, because we literally just got this transformation a few days ago, and of course that didn't stop me from versing it with other things that really clearly don't know exactly who the 100% winner would be, but we can kind of infer. But at the same time, Vegeta never even mentioned at all, not one time in any of the new chapters, that he didn't want to learn a new technique. Like, even when he was talking to Beerus originally about Beerus's disdain for Ultra Instinct and how Beerus had a new power to show him, he was excited. He wanted to learn something new, and he wanted to have Beerus as his master. So I don't know what the hell Screen Rant here is talking about, but we're going to unpack it. And what you guys can do to help me through this tough time of reading this, go ahead and slap that like button, slap it for the YouTube algorithm. That way the algorithm knows that you guys are watching and liking the video and has more of a chance to push it. While Vegeta always wanted to become the strongest warrior in existence, he worked towards that goal particularly obsessively ever since Goku surpassed him by being the first to transform into a Super Saiyan. But now, as he achieves the seemingly unsurmountable feat of outdoing his long-time rival in Dragon Ball Super, he hates how he did it. Ooh, this is going to be spicy. How? Why? Why does he hate how he has surpassed Goku in a transformation where I told you guys a few days ago that he did not surpass Goku? He may be on the same wavelength as Goku, but he has not surpassed him yet. So let's see, maybe Screen Rant knows something I don't know. Maybe they have a little bit more inside information that I'm just not privy to. Vegeta has always articulated his distaste for abilities that aren't derived from brute strength, and expresses his opinion numerous times when he and Goku first faced Moro the Planet Eater during the Galactic Patrol Prisoner Saga. Undoubtedly, his most emphatic outburst transpires after they are forced to retreat. Stupid magic spells, stupid god power. We Saiyans pride ourselves on physical might and nothing more. A warrior race has no need for fancy parlor tricks, and yet Vegeta feels he has no other option but to travel to the same planet where Goku mastered instant transmission, Yardrat, to learn his own fancy parlor trick. So that was one of the most interesting parts of the Dragon Ball Super manga, that after the defeat to Moro, realizing that magic is an actual threat to the Saiyans and something that you need to have protection over, even though Vegeta doesn't like magic, he doesn't like these parlor tricks. It was interesting to see that right after that, after the defeat, he learned from his lesson, he learned and changed as a person, and decided to go to planet Yardrat to see if there's any ability that he could learn to counter Moro's broken ass cheat codes. Now, I certainly believe that Vegeta has a distasteful disposition to like abilities that aren't about brute strength and overall even playing field 1 versus 1, mainly due to the fact that A, he doesn't have any abilities like that, and B, he is more of a brawler. He is not a magician, and he feels like those type of tricks and abilities are deceptive, and Vegeta likes to be in your face. He does not like to use deception, but as a great warrior, he used this as a learning lesson to realize that he needs to update his arsenal, and he also needs to update his mind and think more strategically. That's why when he fought Granola, he had Granola destroy his own people's ruined city, because that was going to get underneath Granola's skin and fuck with him mentally. That's Vegeta thinking outside the box, thinking more in a deceptive manner, and it shows actual character growth. There, the Yardrats teach Vegeta Forced Spirit Fission, which allows him to return energy back to its original source after having been redirected somewhere else. The technique proves quite useful during battle and helps Goku amass all the energy he needs to defeat Moro the Planet Eater. Amazingly, Goku had tried and failed to master Forced Spirit Fission, even though he had exponentially more time to train, but Vegeta's victory is bittersweet. The first technique Vegeta learns that Goku couldn't is the very type of move that the Saiyan Prince thought beneath beneath their warrior race. As Vegeta said while on his way to learn said parlor trick, "It's not a strategy I relish." Again, leaning into that character growth. This is Vegeta changing as a person. This is why, to me, right now, Vegeta is my favorite character in Dragon Ball, period, because he is the only one showing growth and change at such an accelerated and meaningful way. It's something that really comes every single arc that we've seen so far. Vegeta changes and Goku stays stagnant. Other characters stay stagnant. Vegeta is the only one being and growing into a better person. So I really don't think that he actually hates the fact that he had to learn these techniques and the abilities. He actually is just not used to having to do that. He's not used to being forced to learn something that isn't about brute strength and brute force. And since he didn't understand it before, he felt like he had closed himself off and become rigid, or too rigid, and that's why he lost against Moro. So now he's trying to be more fluid with his learning abilities, which is an amazing trait that he has. Ironically, Vegeta may have very well just surpassed Goku again in a similarly distasteful way by learning Beerus's The God of Destruction signature move. We don't know what he learned. What are you talking about, Screen Rant? Signature move would be maybe like the destruction little destruction orb that he uses to destroy things, or the big supernova that we get in some of the games. Like, those are signature moves. What we see Vegeta do is not a signature move. What we see Vegeta do is a transformation of sorts, and we don't know what the hell happened yet. We don't know what the transformation is. Even though Vegeta has yet to use it in battle as of chapter 73, chapter 74, the manner in which he mastered the godlike technique is one of the reasons he never bothered to learn Ultra Instinct. During the Tournament of Power, Vegeta tells Jiren that he doesn't want to be taught anything, as he prefers the fires of solo training, and yet Beerus teaches him destruction. The reason that Vegeta did not want to learn Ultra Instinct is because that move, that ability, does not fit Vegeta at all. He doesn't want anything to do with Ultra Instinct because it's not something that fits him as a person. It's not because it is something that's taught to him, it's because he does not want it. And of course Vegeta prefers to train alone, but you can only get so far by training alone, and that is the reason that he has not grown as much as Goku, who has learned to train with others. And well before he met Jiren, he was already training with Whis. So what the hell are you talking about? Pulling these strings to try to make an article work, but these strings are faulty, is going to result in a faulty article. This doesn't make any sense. In the end, Vegeta must come to the inevitable conclusion that the only way he can truly surpass Goku is by putting aside his preconceived notions as to what absolute strength is and being a truly great warrior actually mean. Okay, we already knew that, he already did that. Goku is unhindered by pride and only cares about becoming stronger, while Vegeta has been shackling himself to arbitrary principles that weigh him down considerably. One of Vegeta's major objectives to learning Ultra Instinct was that he refuses to be in Goku's shadow, but the Saiyan Prince already followed his rival in becoming a Super Saiyan. Okay, dude, you are completely getting wrong why he doesn't want Ultra Instinct, and he said it himself. It's several times. It's not for him. It's not a transformation or an ability that is for him. Damn Ultra Instinct, I want to do my own thing. Just like Gohan. Gohan doesn't want to follow the God Saiyan powers, he wants to do his own thing. That's the whole thing. These powers don't fit them. That's the whole point. It's not because he wants to be in Goku's shadow or whatever the case, because Vegeta doesn't care about that. Vegeta already went into Blue and God and all these different transformations that Goku has already gone into. So he has been shadowing Goku for quite a while. Now he's training with other people, and he's also learning techniques that Goku learned and on Yard Drat, while also learning new ones. So it's not about shadowing Goku at all. Vegeta is clearly capable of feats that Goku isn't, but if he dismisses every path he's not the first to take, and anything that isn't an expression of brute force, he'll fail not because he's incapable, but because he's obsessed with rules no one else expects him to observe. I like the sentence. It's a nice laid out sentence, but Vegeta's been, this is like, if you would have wrote this like back in the beginning of Super when he trained with Whis, then yeah, he's changing then. He's been changing since then. He's not like the same, it's like this person only watched Dragon Ball Z and then like skipped everything through Dragon Ball Super for the most part. and just started watched the movie Broly, then started watching or reading the manga, I mean, and then there you go. That's all he knows. Maybe he watched a little bit of the Tournament of Power, and that's about it, because he doesn't understand. He hasn't been watching Vegeta throughout all Dragon Ball Super, because he's been changing throughout Dragon Ball Super, and that is why he's a lot of people's favorite character, because he's the only one that's changing. Vegeta has already surpassed Goku in several areas, but he'll never truly recognize that fact unless he can take a less self-conscious approach to the technique that worked for him. Hopefully, Dragon Ball Super will see him make that final leap. First of all, learning the God of Destruction ability from Beerus is not a shock if you watch the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, because he already learned stuff from Whis, and so Beerus has always been there, so learning something from Beerus is not that big of a shock, and I highly doubt he hates it. Actually, I'm certain that he doesn't, because he was excited as all hell when Beerus was talking about this new ability that he was going to teach him. This article is full of holes. It is full of holes and gaps of knowledge, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And the next one says Dragon Ball. Why becoming a God of Destruction would complete Vegeta's redemption? That is literally the next arc, talking about the positive of the complete opposite of the God of Destruction learning. Like, this talks about the toxicity behind Vegeta's training. Like, he's just a toxic person, but it's like, fuck it, I'll just do whatever Goku does, because, you know, I realize now that he's the one, you know, like that's what this article is basically saying. The next one is talking about how it's his redemption by becoming a God of Destruction, which is so annoying. And then the next one after that is why Vegeta doesn't want Ultra Instinct, where even Screen Rant says Vegeta has good reasons for pursuing Super Saiyan Blue Evolved and foregoing Ultra Instinct. In the manga, Vegeta explains quite clearly why Ultra Instinct isn't for him. Okay, then why did you not read this article, your own article, and put it in the new one? Because this one explains why Vegeta doesn't want Ultra Instinct, and your first one is making a lot of assumptions and a lot of it's just wrong. So just read your own stuff, Screen Rant. Alright, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this whole article. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.